Good blessed Friday night, February the 24th, 2023. It's about 6:25 p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you the proclaim toughest to the proclaim weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you even like me, anything I say or do. That's your prerogative. You have a right. You have constitutional rights to the United States Constitution. You have a first, a fourth, a fifth, a 14th, and etc. As long as you do things decent and in order. Tonight, what I want to really talk about, and I be saying I want to be brief, and I'm gonna try to be as brief as I possibly can, because it ain't too warm out here. But what I want to talk about now is a complaint that I made to the Charleston, Missouri Police Department. I made it to the Charleston, Missouri Police Department. I made it to the city council. The city manager. I made it even to the whole city council, the mayor and everybody. But I want to show you, it was on, I believe, the 21st of December of 2020, December 2022. Well, let's go back to the 20th. Some young guys, my security cameras caught them out in our neighborhood, throwing eggs and things at other people's houses in our neighborhood. They was actually in the project, but my security camera caught it. And the next day, some of the people asked me did my security cameras catch it, and I told them it did, and I put it on my YouTube, letting them see some of the individuals so some of the other people that know these individuals can identify them. And some of them did. So what some of these guys did, they got on my YouTube video channel and told me I better take that S down or I'm next. But you know me. Only one I fear is God. They don't know that. The way they going, they wouldn't live to see the age I am. You see what I'm saying? But end up, later on that night, about 11 something, I believe, about 11:13, they came, they struck my house, throwing eggs. Some of them was boiled, some of them was raw eggs. And we seen them over here on the side where the police substation used to be, lighting up their flare gun or whatever it was, throwing eggs and then shooting the flare gun at me. Me and my youngest daughter, we got in the car, went around the corner on Warhouse and then going towards Warren, and you could see in my security cameras a big blaze of a fire, a light that they shot at us while we was in the car. Also, they must have shot a paint gun too, because I showed the next day the damage on my windshield. But then I called the police. The police came. Stephen Kirkendale and Officer Stephen Kirkendale and Officer Brent Douglas, both of them came. I told them what happened. Kirkendale said that he seen it on the cameras, I guess, at the police station. I don't know if I had uploaded it on my YouTube yet, but he said he seen it. He said he seen the big blast. Then on the 22nd, they attacked again. I called them again. I believe it was like about 3 o'clock in the morning on December the 22nd, 2022. I gave them the information. I let them see on my YouTube thing where these young guys made threats saying that they was gonna kidnap my daughters. They were gonna egg my white truck and kidnap my daughters. And they said a few other things, but I documented all of them. And I told the police, both of these police officers, supposed to be trained by the Missouri State, supposed to be under the direction of the chief and director, Robert Bobby Hearns. That was December the 21st and 22nd. On the 23rd, I flagged down another police officer by the name of Wesley McDermott and told him I had more information about some of the guys that attacked in my house. He took it. He documented everything. And he took it. Let me show you what he did. You see, this is the first one. He put a field report, which is December the 21st, 2022 at 1300 hours. 1300 hours, that's military time, being 11:13 p.m. And then I want to show you the next one. Hold on a minute. You see, this is his field report. You see whose name it is down here. This is the incident number right here. That's Douglas and Kirkendale. Douglas' first name is Brent Douglas, and Kirkendale first name is Stephen. You seen the first incident. The second one was December the 22nd, 2022 at 03:2500 hours. 03:2500 hours military time for 3 a.m. in the morning. You see, he said incident and both of the officers. Then look what he say. Both incidents were handled by officers HBO, whatever that is, with no report. With no report. You see what I'm saying? No report at all. They didn't report it. So this is what I did now. I went down to City Hall and talked to the city clerk about 3 weeks later and asked him, did she have any reports of the attacks on my house from December the 22nd and 23rd? She looked in her computer. She said, ain't nothing in there. I said, do you have something that Officer McDermott, she printed out, I think it was about 4 pages. Officer McDermott did his job. You see what I'm saying? He did his job. Let me turn it back to this page here. Officer McDermott did his job. You see what he filed was a field interview report because he couldn't have filed. Hey, now. Hey, is any justice in this town with the police, man? Thank you. What you say now? All right, thank you, brother. Look at that. Man riding a bike at night. They know we ain't got no justice in this town. Least, I ain't gonna even say that. But his field report, he couldn't write a police report solely because of the fact that he wasn't a responding officer. You see what I'm saying? He said there was nothing found. So, like I said, I went, when I talked to the clerk three weeks later, she told me that it wasn't nothing in there for the 2 officers. Then she said that McDermott had something, so she printed it out. So what I did was, on January the 3rd, 2023, I went down to City Hall and talked to the city manager. I told him what happened. He told me he gonna talk to the chief of police, Robert Hearns. He told me to give him my phone number. I gave him my phone number. He told me he'll call me. 27 days passed by, which it was January the 30th, 2023. I know that because January the 30th of 2000 and I think, 21, baby, when my daddy died, and that's also my oldest daughter in Chicago, that was her birthday. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't forget January the 30th, especially 2023. And I went down there and talked to this city manager again, and I said, you didn't call me. And he said, oh, Raymond, let me tell you the reason why it's no report. Robert Hearns, the chief of police, told him, the city manager, how in the hell is you the city manager and you don't know when a crime is committed? Where did you come from? But anyway, he said that Robert Hearns, the chief of police, told him the only way that a police report is filed if it's a crime committed. And I said, man, this is on YouTube. It's on my security cameras. And I said, can I shoot these flares at your house? Can I get on social internet and say that I'm going to kidnap your daughters because you complaining about me shooting flares at your house and throwing eggs? He said, no, no. He turned red as a light bulb after it had been burnt for about 100 days without being turned off. So he got my number again, said he was going to call me. That was January the 30th of 2023. Nothing. February the 14th, 2023, Valentine's Day, it was a city council meeting here in Charleston, Missouri. I went down there with a newspaper that was dated, I believe, the Enterprise Carrier, which was dated January the 3rd, 2023. And in that paper, it said up under the police reports, incidents in Charleston, Missouri, it said for the December the 20th, 2022, December the 21st and the 22nd, there was no activity. On the 20th, the people in my neighborhood, houses and stuff was being aired. The 21st, they did mine. The 22nd, they did mine again. So how was there no activity? I showed the people that they said they let the citizens talk. I'm the only citizen that wanted to talk. Everybody else, they had an agenda down there. Not to mention I was the only black out in there. And as I was talking, here was Bobby Hearns. Bobby Hearns interrupted me and told me, he said, yo, 3 minutes is up, Raymond. And I told him, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them about you in your police department. He said it again, and then the mayor, he said, hold it. How much more time you got, you need? And first I told him I don't even want to. I said, cause the feds is watching y'all, and they is. Then he gave me a few more seconds to talk, and I explained everything to him, how I went to the city manager twice, and nothing happened. And they said it ain't no crime, it ain't in the newspaper, like it never happened. And then he told the clerk that gave me this information, told her to get my number. And I said my number out loud for all of them to get it. And that was on the 14th of February. The day, the 24th of February. What, 10 days later? 65 days ago, when this incident happened to me and my daughters and them at my house, and I ain't heard nothing. So I talked to some federal people in the state highway, some people from the state highway patrol, and I'm sending a copy of this complaint that I made out today, that I'm sending to, I'm giving it to the city manager Monday here in Charleston, Missouri. I'm sending one to the the Missouri State Highway Patrol. I'm sending one to the FBI in St. Louis. I'm sending one to the Justice Department in Washington, D.C., because it's time for them to come down here and arrest Robert Hearns and half of that police station down here in Charleston, Missouri, and some of the people in City Hall for allowing them to not do their job. You know, they remind me of Bull Connors in the 1950s. He said, damn the law. We make our own laws. Why you think I called the Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County Police Department and Sheriff Department the Scorpion Unit? Not just because of the people in Memphis. The Scorpion Unit here, they done murdered people. One of their officers murdered a mentally ill black guy back in November of 2011. And now he a captain down in East Prairie. You see what I'm saying? I got document proof that will show Robert Hearns, Brenda Bedford, Percy Owens, Austin Henson, Michael Coleman, the police, he ain't here no more, Brent Douglas, Stephen Kirkendale, and a whole bunch of other ones. The way they done did me and my family is against the law. It's called a pattern of practice. I ain't done with y'all. I ain't scared of y'all. You can threaten me all you want to. You can lock me up in your jails. But Martin Luther King said, some of us gonna lose our lives, some of us gonna lose our jobs, and some of us gonna lose our freedom. I done lost my freedom, I done lost my job, and I'm willing to lose my life because I ain't scared of a damn person on the face of this earth. Peace be still.